Hey, good stuff. Yeah, my name's Dave Lynch. I'm known for two things. It's having a massive penis and compulsive lying. So, yeah, that's what I've got going for me. Good stuff. You guys familiar with Netflix and chill?
Yeah.
You guys a couple?
Yeah.
You practice this regularly? What's your favourite movie to get down to? I'm coming to you guys next. Right? The fact they've had to discuss it proves Netflix and chill right there, because everyone just goes, play, right, let's go. Right? No one's like, have you watched Breaking Bad? Kind of. There was something bold, but it wasn't him. Fair enough. No, I like Netflix and chill so much that I've got it down to a fine art. I've got it to the point now that I like to come before the Netflix logo goes boom. Yeah. Achieved it every time. No, but I know how to practice safe sex. I do, because I watched that documentary that all of us watched in secondary school. Do you guys remember the one?
Yeah.
Do you remember the documentary? You don't? Do you remember what it was called? It was brilliant. Do you remember? No? Superbad, I think. Yeah? That was the one, yeah? That was the one. That's the one. Yeah, you're a very good-looking couple. Are you fans of Instagram? Yeah, you look like you try and make money on Instagram. Not like that. Like I said, Instagram, not OnlyFans. That's these two with their not knowing what they do on Netflix. Yeah? You fans of Instagram? Yeah. Most people here are fans of Instagram, Twitter, like all the kind of big social medias. Yeah? No? How the fuck do you find this gig? Like, what? Just hang outside the building. One day there'll be comedy. Like, you know? No, I'm a big fan of Instagram. Well, actually, I say I'm a big fan of Instagram. It is good because it's really good for being a comic, because you can find gigs on it and you can promote your own shows, talk to other comedians, that kind of stuff. But there's one thing about Instagram that fucks me up the wall, right? And that is the inspirational quotes. You guys familiar with these? Yeah? For those of you who don't know, is what it is, you'll be going through your feed on Instagram, and all of a sudden what will appear is like a picture of a beach and a sunset. He knows what I'm talking about. He's like, she shows me these every day, bro. And over the picture, in calligraphy writing, it'll say something like, you go, girl. And I can't relate to that. Right? I can't be sitting in the pub at the bar with a couple of mates and like, you seem a bit chipper tonight, Dave. I'm like, well, Instagram told me to go, so, yeah. But one of these quotes came up in my feed the other day that it grabbed me, right? It resonated with me. Here's one for you as well, sir, right? Because what it said was, you're never too old, and it's never too late. Wow. So I've decided to become a child actor. Yeah. Because if Instagram says I can, then fuck it. I'm going to tell you a little story. I knocked over a child. It's a weird reaction, fair enough. Someone really hates kids. I aborted one. Oh, a bit far. I mean, I'm just saying, we're all bad people. Yeah, fuck yeah! Love it. Yeah, so I knocked over a child. Now, a little bit about me is I'm a big heavy metal fan, right? Hey! No, who said no? Yeah! No! Fuck you, people enjoying yourselves. What? I'm just getting heckled now. I hope this is including my time. Okay. I'm a big heavy metal fan, right? So what that means is when I'm walking on the street, I've got my earphones in, right? And I don't know what the hell's going to run on around me, right? It's just the road ahead of me and then just, and then just that's it, right? So I'm walking down the street the other day, I've got my earphones in, I'm listening to Lamb of God, fucking amazing. And so, well done. Yeah, brilliant, right? Go Randy. And I feel something hit the back of my right leg. So I start to panic, I'm like, shit, what the fuck's that, right? And I look down onto my left-hand side, and there was a child on the floor. And my first thought was, fuck, I've killed him. Right? Now, there's a bloke standing over here, he'd seen what had happened. Now, when you see someone walking on the street listening to metal music in a leather jacket with a kid on the floor, you start to panic. So I had to put him at ease first, like, dude, I don't know what's going on either. And then leant down to the kid to be like, are you okay? And in that moment, the child got up, brushed himself off, looked up at me and went, fuck off, you're not my dad, and ran off. thing I wanted to do was knock the little cunt back into traffic, right? I'm not allowed to do that, but I wanted to, right? But his mom, she ran over because she'd seen the whole thing happen as well, and she was really apologetic. So she runs over and goes, I'm so sorry, you know what kids are like? And I went, yeah, you know, oh, it's fine. He'd run off at this point, so good parenting on her side. But, no, I'm not judging, but still. And so we get chatting and stuff, and, you know, long story short, I ended up getting her number. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, Netflix and chill, come on. And, yeah. We're going to keep this one. And, yeah, so you know, a few days later, I ended up texting her, and we went out on a few dates, and, yeah, we started dating. It was fucking fantastic. And one of the coolest things about dating someone who already has a child from a previous relationship is you get to spend a lot of time with that kid, right? Hang out with them, and it's really, really cool. If you haven't done it, like, if you ever get to, it's really awesome. And I remember the other day we were walking through central London, and we were looking at all the buildings. He was like, oh, wow, it's awesome. I was like, yeah. And one of the cool things about walking through central London is you'll notice that, like, all the buildings are, like, modern, high-rise, like, flats and offices and all this kind of stuff. And you'll go around a corner, and buried amongst all these high-rise modern structures will be, like, a church from the 1400s, right? And they've all got these incredible names, right? For instance, there's one by me called the Church of Assumption. And I'm quite happy that they're starting to realise that it's all just a guess, you know. But yeah, no, it's good. But yeah, you get to hang around with these kids a lot of stuff in a legal way. I heard it. Yes. They say hang out with kids and someone cocks a gun. I'm like, oh shit. So I'm back at their place one time, and we're kind of chilling out, and we've been dating now for a couple of years. And I remember we came downstairs one morning, and he's sitting there at the breakfast table, eating his Cheerios in his school uniform. And she came over to me. Good shot. She came over to me and went, you all right, Dave? You okay? Do you want a coffee or anything like that? And I went, no, I'm cool, I'm good. And she went back into another corner of the kitchen, and in that moment, I leant into the kid's face and went, who's your fucking dad now? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much!